Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ahsansawesome, and in this video I'll be showing a gameplay test video for Arkham Knight for my graphics card, the Nvidia GeForce GTX 970. And in this video I'm going to pretty much show the option menu, graphics options, what we can change, how the game runs with these graphic options, and implement it with our gameplay, and just to see how the performance is with this game for the GTX 970. So I'm going to start off by going into the options menu and then seeing the different types of options that we have. So right off we have our game options, audio options, graphics, gamepad, keyboard, and PC performance test. We're going to start off by going into our game options. Now right here is the pretty much standard of the invert controls. Now invert controls is pretty much where up is down and down is up. So we got the invert look, the rotation, flight controls, batarang flight controls. These are pretty much toggles to turn on or off if you want the invert options for the batarang or gliding around or even looking around. The next option is predator awareness. This is a feature where if an enemy sees you and he pulls out his weapon, it's like a little transition where you the player are able to respond and trying to get away in that time frame. And also like is that it gives a nice little description of what this option is or what it does. I know that in some games there is no description, it doesn't tell you what this feature or what this option is. It's like you're meant to know it already. So I like that's a little nice touch with showing a little description for it. Next is camera assist. This is pretty much where the camera is following the character from movement of where you're going. Again, on this description is the camera will track movement direction automatically when walking or crouching. Then we got hints, vibration, battle mode toggle. All these options are pretty much just on or off if you want them on or if you want them off. Next we have brightness. Brightness is where you're able to turn how light or how dark you want to play the game. It's a little slide bar where you're able to turn it how light or how dark you want it, going low or high. Then you got mouse sensitivity and mouse moving. What we're going to do is go back and check our audio options. Now audio options is to do with the sound that's coming from the game. So we got the sound effects volume, music volume, dialogue volume. Again, all these three options are sliders that you can go as low or high you want for the sound effects, music volume or dialogue volume. Then we got speakers. This is where what you're using, the device you're using, if you want pro headphones or headphones, TV, or normal speakers or large speakers. It's your preference to choose what you're using and how the sound is gonna pretty much sound through that device. And last option is the subtitles, which is a toggle between on or off. I'm gonna leave mine on and go back. Now one of the important options is graphic options. Now in this menu we're going to be able to change how the graphic options, how we want, and how it's actually going to run with the game. Now there's one thing I actually want to get off first is the video memory usage. As you can see on the bottom right hand corner, this is a little bar that shows you how much memory you're using by turning on these options. I'll get more into that a little bit, and also get more into the Nvidia GeForce settings, but right off we're going to start off with the display mode. So right now it's on full screen, but you can change it to windowed or windowed with border, window with no border. Then you got the resolution for your monitor. You can go as low as 640 to 480 and go high as you want depending on your resolution for your monitor. Then you got VSync off, adaptive or on. Now again it gives a little nice description. Do not wait until the monitor is ready before rendering the next frame. This setting will maximize frame rate. I'm going to leave mine off, I just prefer it off. The next option you have is max FPS frames per second. So you got from 30 to 60 to 90. We're going to leave ours on 90 just to see our performance when playing the game, what's the kind of average FPS that we'll be getting. Then you got texture resolution from low, normal, or high. Again, I'm going to be doing two tests. One is just with the normal settings, and then the next one will be high settings with the Nvidia GameWorks settings turned on. So you got your text resolution, the shadow quality, level of detail. Again, gives a nice little description on these options right here. So if you're unsure what these options are, it gives a little insight to it. For example, level of detail is where it's showing the detail of the character, the atmosphere, the environment, pretty much what you're going to be seeing on screen when playing the game. Then you have your motion blur, which is if you're moving fast, it has the blur effect on your screen and on objects. That gives again a nice description. I do like that, really nice touch. It's really cool. Then you got anti-aliasing. This is pretty much turning it off or on. It's enable a custom SMAA effect. Next is the chromatic aberration. It's a toggle, turn on or off. This is pretty much how the light is hitting your screen if you want that effect to be turned on or off. Then we have film grain. This is a movie type effect on the screen if you want it on or off. Then you got texture filtering. Linear is pretty much a recommended option if you want the good performance, but if you don't, if your computer can actually handle it or the graphics card can actually handle it, you can turn that on as all the way to 16 times, which is pretty good, but we're going to actually leave it on this option for now. Then for Nvidia GameWorks settings, this is where you can turn interactive smoke on. Again, these are all toggles, turn it on or off. Like I said before, we're going to turn these four options off at the moment because we're going to be doing for the normal test just to see how the game compares. But if we actually turn it on, you see that the video memory usage bar went up. So if I turn it off again, it went back down. Turn it on, you can see the difference it makes between for your graphics card while turning it on or off. Again, for paper debris, this is pretty much when if you have, like, for example, stacks of money, and if Batman throws an enemy or an object at that money, you're going to see a certain amount of debris on your screen. And obviously if you turn that on, more will come on, but it doesn't really make a big difference compared to the smoke. As you see, it makes that kind of a huge jump when turned on. Then you got enhanced rain. This is pretty much self-explanatory, is having more rain on your screen, having that more effect of raindrops. Then you got your enhanced light shafts. Again, it's not going to do that much of a big difference with the memory usage. But again, for right now, these options are going to be turned off for the GTX 970 for the normal test. And what we're going to do is check our gamepad controls. This is pretty much actually seeing your control for your controller, if that makes sense. Pretty much just seeing what your controller options are. I am using a PS4 controller on the PC. Why, you ask? Because I'm pretty much used to controller and I like actually using the PS4 controller. But if you are a pure, PC master race, you can still use the keyboard and mouse. You've got keyboard, mouse, and controls. And I know there's some games where you can't change the controls on PC and keyboard, but for this game you can. If you wanted to, for whatever reason, you can change WSAD to like Z3437, whatever you want pretty much. So that's a cool thing for Batman, the Batmobile, and Batmobile Battle Mode. You can actually change it, assign it to a different key if you wanted to. And then what we're going to do is go back and see how these options are for the gameplay, to see the type of FPS that we're getting, how the game performs with the GTX 970. Again, so I'm going to be looking at the performance, see how the game runs, if there's any jitters, any stuttering, any lag, or if it just runs smooth. Again, these are all normal settings for the Nvidia GeForce GTX 970 graphics card. Now, off the bat, we're getting 87 FPS right now. Now even on normal settings, the game looks fabulous. I mean, you look at the detail on Batman,
Riddler's been working on this stuff for months.
environments, the lighting, it all looks actually really good. What I'm going to do is jump off this building, kind of glide down. Actually, since there's people here, let's go into combat and just fight and see the type of game. Right now, again, it's what, 70 to 80 FPS. Not that much stuttering. It did drop a bit, which is fighting. Not that bad. Dogs. Combat is actually really fluent.
Everything's going.
I can even see the raindrops hitting the ground. After this fight, I'll actually go around that because I'm occupied trying to hit.
I can
And hit it. Bam. So overall, in that pretty much free flow combat, the performance for that was actually really good. Getting average it was what, hitting higher than 60, 70 FPS. Right now I'm actually getting 3 FPS. So it's not too bad. As I was saying, the rain, you can see the rain hitting the ground. You can see those little droplets coming down, which is actually pretty a nice touch with the graphics card. You can see the lighting, that's actually nice.
No one knows where she is.
Ambience of the surroundings. It's actually really good to call the Batmobile and see how it performs. Okay. I did not run those people over. I'm just electrocuting them. It's safe. So while driving, the FPS does drop, like it dropped all the way down to 22. Now I know, remember there was issues with the game when
Don't
the game
worry,
first
he ain't
came
catching
out.
us.
And this was, I believe, like a year ago. Since I believe they did try to fix it. But right now, again, it's saying
He's on our tail! Outrun that thing! Come on, lose it!
Some stuttering and some lag while driving.
Run!
Go to my actual lighting. I feel it's even better than actually driving. There's not that much stuttering. Again, you can see the raindrops hitting Batman's cape. And I'm gonna keep saying this game actually looks it is really good.
This ain't Batman's
when
turf
playing
no
on normal
more.
settings.
You better get used to it.
There is just a few jitters here and there, but it's nothing too big. I mean, you can still play, it's all fine. It's actually just flying around a little bit, see how it is. Got hit by the...
Falcon 5 to control. We're tracking rioters on Bleak Island, over.
See, it looks nice, there's not that much lag for it or anything, so overall the game performance is actually really good for on normal. So what we're going to do is go back to our options menu and change the graphics to high settings, turn on Nvidia GeForce settings, and see how the game performs in that. So let's actually go into our graphic options, and you'll see our memory usage on what's going to be turned on and how high it will actually go. So we're going to turn texture, resolution, shadow, quality, and level of detail to high, and you can see that it did it even make a difference on the memory? Yeah, it did make a difference on the memory usage. So shadow quality, if on normal to high, it does jump a little bit, and that's the same with texture resolution when it's turned on high. Level of detail doesn't really make that much of a difference for the memory, so we're going to leave that on high. What we're going to do is go to our Nvidia GeForce settings and turn on the interactive smoke fog. What we're going to do is turn that on, and then you can see that huge jump for the memory usage. Turn the paper debris on, again it's a low jump, almost hitting at what, 4 gigabytes of actual full memory usage. Turn on enhanced rain and turn on light shafts. Now what's going to happen now is I'm going to apply these settings and I will restart the game. Once I restarted the game, we'll go straight into the gameplay, and from there you'll see how the game performs. So what I'm going to do is apply these settings. It's going to ask to restart the game for the effects to actually take an effect. So see you in a bit. So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed my graphic options to high. The GameWorks settings is on, and the memory usage is pretty much at 4 GB, using almost the full memory of our actual GTX 970 graphics card.
This
So
guy
just
is
standing
in
here
a
with
different
an
lane.
81 FPS 76.
He's got enough tanks, I know that much.
And you
This
can
place
see,
feels like a freaking war
just
zone.
see the difference of it with. So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so we're back. I
I
restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so more detail to it. What I'm gonna do is hold down the Batmobile. You can even see
I think I saw Batman
jitter,
earlier. Guy's looking a little
lag.
hairy these days.
hold Batmobile down. The first test I'm actually do with this, we're going back to is do the shoulder fog. These people. So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so we're back. I
I
restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed my graphic option. So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed my graphic options to high. The GameWorks settings is on, and the memory usage is pretty much at 4 GB, using almost the full memory of our actual GTX 970 graphics card.
This
So
guy
just
is
standing
in
here
a
with an
different lane.
81 FPS 76.
He's got enough tanks, I know that much.
And so we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed my graphic options. So we're back. Sucks, but if you're not in the
There was an
car,
army out there, they really
it's
meant it.
very, very smooth. I mean, gliding around, just pretty much gliding around, just traveling through the. So we're back. Well, which really sucks. But let's actually find some enemies. Oh, there's a guy. Okay, let's actually get to it.
It's confirmed. Riders
this
spotted in
bit
the
of
cauldron.
So we're back. Okay, well.
Screw
Oh,
this.
there's some
I'm
enemies.
gone.
So we're back. FPS does drop actually, even on for the high settings. There is stutter, which actually sucks. I would assume that even on high settings, is that. So we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game.
him take on.
So we're back. I
I
restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so we're back. I restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on.
so we're back. I
I
restarted
never
the
seen
game
him take on.
when the
Maybe it's
chromatic
the government.
activation is. So we're back. I
I
restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed. Actually, looks really, really good.
Come
Even
on,
on high
we
settings,
can
even on
take
normal settings, the game actually looks really good. Oh, it's actually, you know,
Gotcha.
enemy. So we're back. I
Well, I ain't
restarted
never
the
seen
game.
him take a...
I got hit. Let's bring it back up. And beat him. So from this performance test, you can see that the game does run well to a certain extent, but then when you're in the Batmobile or even in combat mode fighting against the enemies, I like how that guy just did a straight U-turn to get away from here. That's funny. But anyway, as I was saying, when fighting the enemies, there is a little FPS drop, but then it comes back up. Which, I mean, overall, I don't know if that can actually ruin your experience when playing this game. But overall, I would say it's actually really good with this graphics card. Just level of more detail, more effects on there. So we're back. I
Well, I ain't
restarted
never
the
seen
game,
him take on someone like the
and
Arkham Knight.
so as you can see, I changed propellers, got me out. But like over here, the game looks, again, I'm just saying, even on normal settings, the game looks really nice. You can see the level of detail that has gone into this.
I got a score to settle with that punk. Gonna send him back to Bloodhaven in a body bag.
That guy see it. So we're back.
We got all the angles covered up here, Batman. No one's getting near this place.
Pretty much overall performance for this is actually really good. Like I said, so we're back. I
Well, I ain't
restarted
never
the
seen
game
him take on
the Batmobile, but I can't really complain. I think the graphics card for this game is actually done really well. I think the average on normal settings we were
Look at
hitting
this.
what,
Bombs
60
on
to
the streets,
70,
guns on the
and
buildings.
then on this
Where
one
these militia
it's
boys come
50
from?
to 60 FPS. It's actually just glide around. So we're hitting what, 70 to 60, then it does drop down. Also makes sense because of the environment that we're in, with a bunch of smoke,
Batman
with
will
the
take care of
ambient
Scarecrow,
lights
and
coming
I'll
in.
take care of everybody's stuff.
But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more gameplay test videos, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, do subscribe. And until next time, stay awesome.
Control, militia APC side is moving through the streets.
Bam.
Focus 3 out.
Let's actually put the beat off these enemies here before we actually end it. Just do a fun test with the combat. I got hit. Of all that times I was like in combat, I didn't get hit, and that one guy hit me. Bruh, no, that's not even cool, man. Get it? You saw that little shot. I want to get that bat and beat. I get it because I'm the Batman. Big joke, I know. He hit. Really?
You don't scare me.
Bam! Okay. Well, as I said, if you do enjoy these videos, if you want to see more gameplay test videos, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And as always, stay awesome. Really want to go again. Can I do a nice intro video without being disturbed? So we're back. Just do it down. Superman punch by Batman. Great way to end it.